welcome to my last cleaning video here in the studio. I did a bit of a clean before I left. I finally packed up my suitcases and everything last week to move back to Australia. Some of you are from my main channel here on YouTube, but some of you are new and not from my channel. So if you want to see my moving process, it's over on my main channel. But on this particular day, I started with the kitchen. I needed to do a good clean, get all the dishes done, wipe down all of the benches, just get in and do some cleaning. And so I turned it into some cleaning motivation for you. If you have been with me from the very beginning on this channel, then you would know that I have been trying to work on this mark that is on the cooktop here. It was quite dark when I first arrived. I have tried so many different things and I've had so many suggestions. So thank you for everyone who has suggested some sort of product or some sort of cleaning brush type thing. It's been kind of fun to progressively work at this. And it's just been a fun little summer project, really. I am a little sad that I'm not able to finish it entirely before I leave, but I made a lot of progress on it and it's much lighter than when I started. So that is always a good thing. And now I'm just going in to washing the dishes. This mat here, the drying mat, is really, really great. But the thing that I have noticed is that when you leave the dishes to dry, especially if you've got a lot of dishes on the mat, it can create a lot of moisture underneath it and it can actually leave a mark on the bench top. And in particular, because this is like an unfinished wooden bamboo bench top, it's not great. And I don't know how I feel about these drying mats. I mean, they're really good, but if you have a wooden bench top, I feel like having something like this is not a good idea. Today, I thought I would also go in and wipe down the front of the cupboards. You know how you just get some drops and some spills down the front of the cupboards? I thought it was time to do that because I haven't done it in a few weeks, but thankfully it wasn't too messy and didn't require too much scrubbing. So I just did a quick light clean and just grabbed any of those drips and made the front of the cupboards look a whole lot better. My two favorite products to clean the sink are the Scrub Daddy sponges. This one is one of the white ones. It's like a dual sponge. There's two different sides to it. I prefer the original side. I don't know how to explain that any better, but I will have it linked down below. Just the original yellow sponge is the best. They come in a range of different colors. That type of texture is my favorite. And then also the gumption paste. It's an Australian product. It's a little bit gritty and it is so good for cleaning the sink, but it's not the easiest product to get globally. There's also the pink stuff, which I've heard is very, very similar, and I do believe you can get that globally. I will have both of them linked down below, but if you're looking for a really good sink cleaning combination, I highly recommend something like the gumption and the Scrub Daddy sponges. They just work so well. Because I was leaving, I knew I needed to do a fridge clean out. So I threw out anything that had gone off or anything that just wasn't good anymore. I asked Liz what she wanted me to leave, and I've left a little bit of fruit, but I reorganized all the cans of drinks and everything. Oh, I did leave some eggs too, and then I washed out the bottom drawer, wiped down all of the shelves. It was pretty clean in there, so I didn't have to do too much, but I just thought I would do a bit of a fridge clean to finish up the kitchen. I mentioned in a couple of my cleaning videos where I have done some mopping that I've been using these Swiffer little mops. They are so handy. They're not the best though because they are disposable. You use these little disposable mop head wipes that already come soaked in cleaning liquid, but they don't last very long. You only get a short distance before they start to dry up. So my hack for this is to carry around a little glass of water and just pour a bit of water onto the floor so that I can soak up that water into the mop head, and it just goes so much further. I feel like it's much better than continuously using a lot of mop heads, and I find it just very, very handy. Again, it's still not the best way to clean the floors, but sometimes you just need to do it quickly, and this is the way that I like to do it. After cleaning the living room section and the office section and the front part near the windows and the mirror, I went back to the kitchen to put away all of the dishes that I had washed up and to also clean the floors. So I vacuumed and mopped as well. was taking my time and going over and over and over this spot because last week someone had worn their shoes inside and they had left shoe prints everywhere. And while it was mostly just dust and not really mud or anything, it wasn't really coming out. So I was just trying to make sure that I was doing the best job that I could to remove those footprints and get it back to looking super clean, because there was a fresh coat of paint to the floors only like 2 weeks ago or something. So it's too early to start having marks put onto it. So I wanted to get in and give it a really, really good clean. I forgot that earlier that day I did actually go and do all of my clothes washing. So technically I guess this video should have started with the clothes washing, but I divided everything up into 2 piles. I had a light pile and a dark pile. One of you made a comment about how the light clothes were put in the light bag and the dark clothes were put in the dark bag, because it just makes sense. It's got to be color coordinated. Anyway, I headed to the laundromat. I am so glad that this was the last time I had to use the laundromat. I think laundromats are great, but it can make the process of cleaning so much longer, because when you go to the laundromat, you have to wait for the machines to do their thing before you can leave, unless of course you live really close to a laundromat. But it just makes the cleaning process take so much longer, and I much prefer being at home and having an in-house washing machine, because then you can throw a load on and continue cleaning and do other things while you wait for it to do its thing. Once I got back, I did hang out all of my clothes on the coat hangers on this clothing hanging rack, because I don't have a drying rack. I know it seems a little bit weird, but I just really don't like using dryers to dry clothes. I think it damages the clothing, and those big industrial dryers are so hot, and I have a mix of clothes in the washing machine. Some of them can go in the dryer, some of them can't. So it's just much easier for me to just bring the whole lot home rather than spend more time waiting around for the drying process. I can just come back, hang everything up, and it worked totally well anyway. For the last part of today's video, I thought I would include me packing and organizing to move back to Australia. This whole process is over on my main channel in far greater detail. There's 3 vlogs of this process, I believe, so it's quite a lot. But basically, I had to pack up everything to either go back into my storage locker or to come in my suitcase with me to go back to Australia. So I had to do, all of my toiletries. I can't take full-size products. I had to take my little travel sizes, which, by the way, Muji toiletries containers, travel organizational stuff, because they have a huge range of travel stuff, but their bathroom organizational things are amazing. They have things that are also non-travel related, just a lot of home organizing things, and I love them so much. Highly recommend, because they're very affordable, but they're also really, really good quality. But that is my last studio clean, packing up my entire life and cleaning up the studio. I really hope you have enjoyed. My next cleaning video will either be at my boyfriend's house if I manage to clean while I am there. If not, it will be when I am back in Australia, and I'll probably be cleaning my mum's house, although everyone in my life is like, please come clean my house. So who knows whose house I'll clean first, but I will be back very soon with some more cleaning videos.